How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are not, we don't have a shoddy background. We're not, we don't have my playmat as the background, the desktop. We are on the desktop. I'm trying something a little new. I like watching these like prediction videos or speculative videos. I like seeing what other people think will, increase long-term play, stuff like that. Again, I'm a collector first, but in the end, collectors are investors in a way, and you're gonna eventually come to a point where you're gonna want to sell your collection or you're gonna want to take some profits. It's okay to take profit. I know everyone tries to FOMO and chases, everyone else's. Everyone just tries to chase everyone else essentially. So, but today I have 30 cards that I kind of just wanted to talk about and just let you know what I'm taking a look at, what I kind of just have on my watch list, wish list, stuff like that. As you can see, I have a little list here in TCG Collector. I am not sponsored. I don't have any affiliation with TCG Collector. I just like the UI experience. I like having the card images here so I can get a clear, nice picture of what I'm looking at. And as you can see, I do track all my singles, my binder collection, and again, just any raw singles that I do want to hang on to the long term. They're all stored here. So, anyways, we're going to jump to TCG Player, and we're just going to start off with some Sword and Shield promos. So, I love Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was one of the eras that got me back into collecting, lining up. I just loved the variation, and I just loved a lot of the. I know in the beginning it wasn't too hot, but battle styles. I loved opening battle styles. I loved the alternate arts, and that was pretty much the start of them from there on. But anyways, at one point I did have a master set binder of the promos. I stopped it and just kind of kept what I wanted out of it, and then I'm sold some here and there, keeping some for inventory, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I still think there's a lot of great cards within the Sword and Shield promo, just promo block. So first card we have here is the Lucario V-Star Sword and Shield 291. It was from the Crown Zenith ETB. Of course, Lucario is one of the top 10 favorite Pokemon as voted by everyone. So as you can see, it's been steadily rising for the past 3 months. I mean, over the past year, hit its high at about 15, came back down to about under 10, almost 5, and it's just been kind of hovering under that $10 mark. So I think if you can find these sealed, you find them raw and they're in great, condition. Again, I'm not a big grader, but I would definitely get cards in their best condition. That way, if you do wanted to grade or get out of it, more people are gonna, tend to buy the better condition cards. So definitely at under $10, it's a great pickup, and I think it's just going to keep going up. Next promo we have here, also from Sword and Shield, is the Galarian Moltres. Now, Moltres is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Not just Gen 1, but out of overall, it's behind Greninja for me. But between, this has the Shinji Kanda illustration tax. It's the illustrator tax, as I call it. So I remember when these were $1. I mean, this chart's not going to show it, but this was definitely, these were dollar cards. These came out of, again, Crown Zenith tins, along with the Galarian Zapdos, the Roadrunner art, as they call it, and then the Galarian Articuno. Both solid arts, in my opinion. Again, they're not at that same, I guess, kind of premium as the Galarian Moltres, again, because of Shinji Kanda. But I would definitely say all three of these are great pickups. Again, there's if you go to TCG Player and you look up, if they have quantities of 4 or more, get that free shipping. Keep one for yourself, keep 2, sell the other 2 when it comes down later down the line. But all 3 of these, I'm keeping my eyes on, and we'll definitely keep, picking up any sort of variations of them. Even the stamp promos. I mean, Galarian Moltres and regular Moltres has it's the Evolution. No. Excuse me. It's the Evolving Skies Galarian Moltres pre-release, and then there's a Brilliant Stars regular Moltres. So, Kanto's gonna Kanto, and people just love Gen 1, including myself. Next one, shout out to Jordan Collects. I seen him show off some of these Sword and Shield promos. Obviously, we have the Dragonite here. We have Ascended Heroes currently out. Let's just check out the 1 month here. It was down about 3, up about over 6%. So not too high, but I mean, if they keep, showing it, I was gonna say if Ascended Heroes keeps going the way it's going and people just, love the artwork of the ETB and, obviously you can't get booster boxes. Who knows? This might take off. I mean, Dragonites, again, Gen 1, solid artwork. It's not one of the, 5-band graphic uh, Vs here. So definitely, keep eye on it. Could go up, could go down. It's not that much of a risk, especially since it's been, about a $3 card, $4 card for over a year. Up next, we have Dark Sylveon V, and these next few cards are all gonna be, I think, like the next. Trying to see, look at my tabs. Thought I had more up here. Oh, it's my fault. Let's start with the Hydreigon. Hydreigon C. Again, gonna just show off some celebrations because obviously it's the 30th anniversary. Again, this is a solid card. It was under $1 for over half a year, and it's still around that $2 mark. I think it'll be solid. Again, celebrations. Think about 10 years from now, 15 years from now, people who did open celebrations. I mean, if you buy 10 of these at $1 or $2, and it 10x's, I mean, you turn $1 into $10, you have 10 of these, that's $100. You do the math, if it keeps going up, blah, blah, blah. But I say between, these reimaginings of the cards, again, if you watch the 30th anniversary, the Pokemon Presents that they had this past Friday, I'm dating myself, it's March 1st. 2026, so just a couple days after that, but they're going back and renewing those cards from the different gimmicks and airs and mechanics, and I think if they play into that more, especially like with Neo series, I think deserves some spotlight. I don't know, game card mechanic, like bring back the light and the dark. That was a pretty cool mechanic. Let's see, also Delta species. I mean, we saw the Crystal Lugia. So, I mean, I know these two cards, the light toxicity, excuse me, and the Mimikyu, they are just, they're probably out of reach. I mean, you should have got them when they were, if we take up the 1 year, should have got them when they were like the $3-4 mark. But otherwise, I mean, I still think they're good plays even at $10. I mean, if they go to $20, 25. I mean, we've seen that with the Greninja Gold Star. I mean, that Greninja is my favorite card. That Greninja Gold Star is probably my favorite card. If it didn't have the 25th anniversary stamped, oh my god, I'd have more of them. I regret not buying the PSA 10 at $65, and it's now $1,000. But again, some of these, gimmick cards or reprints, if they do the Charizard base set, if they do, obviously they're doing the Crystal Lugia. I mean, they're good plays in my opinion. Same thing with the Level X here, the Zacian Level X. It's a pretty, it's a great artwork. I like it. I mean, I like the silver. I like the contrast, obviously between the blue and the gold. And same thing with the Dark Sylveon V. I still think these two, the Lance Charizard V, I still think they're good pickups. They're under $10. And, if you find good copies and if you are integrating, this might be something, to take advantage of. Definitely, it's, gone up, what, 50%, almost 50% in 3 months, 6 months. It hit its high at 18. It might come back up. I mean, who knows? Depending on what they announce for the 30th anniversary. I think that's gonna be a big factor in what cards will kind of take off, peak, plateau, whatever. So, and also can't forget about the Dragapult. I mean, if they do some more of these prime cards, I mean, those are cards and mechanics and stuff. A lot of those are out of reach, unless you're, top 1%, you have a lot of capital, or if we got in early and was a collector during that time. Because again, a lot of people like myself, during that E-card, E-series, the fourth generation with Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White. A lot of people weren't in that. I got back in Evolution, so I missed out on a lot of this stuff. I kicked myself for not staying with trading cards. I played the games, but trading cards, I was definitely like, eh. But anyways, let's hop back to some more Sword and Shield, just base promos, some unique artworks here. This Galarian Slowpoke, I think, I mean, I like when they have a lot of different Pokemon, like, either partner Pokemon or with their trainers or just kind of just Pokemon in their natural element. And this definitely seems like something you would probably see if you were in Galar. You see a Galarian Slowpoke just sitting there, you know, a Toxic and a, just sitting on top of each other. That's so like funny because I like the other promos that are in the Sword and Shield. What is it? What is it? The Score Bunny and the Grookey and the Sobble, where they all have their food and like Sobble's crying and like Score Bunny has a score. I'll try to include a picture if I remember. But cards like these, I like when they have a lot of Pokemon that are together in their element or in the city or walking with trainers. I mean, this card's going down. I mean, it's down 25%, 15%. So, I mean, over a year, pick up a few of these. Who knows? I mean, it looks like it peaked at, yeah, just under $10 around September of last year. So, looks like it might flatten out. It might go down a little bit, but I think it might be a great pickup at $5. Same thing with these evolutions. There's a lot of different evolution cards. In these in the Sword and Shield. I mean, they have obviously the alt arts and the I think it was just the yeah, that's just like the regular full arts. They had those as promos. I mean, in was it EV Heroes? EV Heroes, they were part of the set. So a lot of these half arts, they go for 3, 5, 10, $15. I mean, I have a bunch of the Umbreon and Espeons, and I think there's a Vaporeon card where they're in the water, and then it like connects with an Eevee. A lot of these cards are still good pickups. Again, people love evolutions. A lot of people stand by their favorites. So, if you catch someone who has, oh, I'm collecting Jolteon, oh, I'm collecting Flareon, oh, I'm collecting Glaceon, Sylveon. I mean, they're really good to have. And if you, have a bunch of them, want to offload them, they might be good to, use as a means of peddling into something else, something else that you might like. So, because I'm not a big Evolutions fan, I just have a lot of these cards from a lot of the lots and other things that I pick up. So, they're good for me for trade and, like I said, to peddle into something that I actually like. Next couple promos I just kind of have here. Again, I think I saw someone else promote these, but again, Charmander, $2 card, doesn't hurt to pick up a lot of, again, like these Kanto and legendary Pokemon that are just, again, popular. Your Charizard, your Gengar, your Dragonite, Mewtwo, Rayquaza. Again, doesn't hurt because, again, if you buy, say if you buy 5 of them, say if you buy 5 of these, they go up 5x, 10x. Again, you do the math. So if you're on a budget and, you definitely want to get something to kind of just pick up and hold. I mean, these aren't a bad play. Promos, I mean, these aren't like bulk cards. They may look like bulk cards, but they're not. They're promos. So if anyone's trying to, again, master set a species or master set a, promo binder, you'll have them. Next, we're gonna pedal into some alternate full arts, some alt arts here. Let's take a look at some of the Silver Tempest ones. And the Silver Tempest ones, I mean, look at the year for this Regidrago, for example. I mean, it topped off at like 30, but it's dropped down big time. And I mean, look, you got the Lugia in the back there. Got a lot of these cards that have cameos. Again, what I talked about earlier was cards with multiple Pokemon in the background. And again, say if someone's a Lugia collector, I mean, if they were master setting, grandmaster setting, whatever you want to call it, the species, technically I guess that would be part of it because it's a cameo. So at $20, this is also a good play. 22, I love Unown. I again, UnownX, UnownEquis, that's the name. So these are all pretty good, cheap alt arts. Obviously they're not your Rayquazas, your Giratina, your Galarian Moltres, your Moonbreon. They're not those type of cards, but they're good, solid plays that you can get and hold on to. I mean, at $20, can't beat it. And even the Skuntank, I threw the Skuntank in there just because, again, it's $8. It's an alternate art. I know it may not be everyone's favorite Pokemon, but you gotta appreciate the artworks here. I mean, look at the Paris in the background. Obviously, it's showing them in their element, interacting. So, again, I like these kind of cards. Tells a story, and doesn't hurt. All right, next we're moving into the Scarlet and Violet air. Scarlet and Violet, I'll put my hands up, has some of the best artworks, I think, out of the entire Pokemon trading card existence. I mean, you can't go wrong with Pikachu. I think I heard Dama Dama collects. I watch a lot of his videos, and obviously he pushed Pikachu. I think a lot in some of his videos because you can't go wrong with it. It's the mascot. There's Japanese promos. When I was in Japan, there were hundreds. There was just hundreds of Japanese just Pikachu exclusive promos, and it's you can't go wrong with it. I mean, you could buy this at 16, and you know, by the time Gen 10 hits or even Gen 11, this could be $100 card for all we know. I mean, it has Brigatito, has Mousehold, it has Palmont, I believe it's Palmont. But anyways, so you can't go wrong with getting like something like this, or even this is still a good play. There's the Pokemon Center variants, there's the Japanese variants with the game stamp, and even the Chinese stamps, the Chinese variant with the game stamps. This is again a solid card to pick up. I mean, topped off at 20 back in September. I can't really trust the sales right now, but it's hovering around the 13, 14, 15 mark. Load up on a few of these. I mean, if you take a look at the Pikachu from the Sword and Shield era, where it has Grookey, Sobble, and why am I blanking on Score Bunny? Score Bunny. That's $80 card now, and I remember getting that card at like $15, $20. I got a couple of them, and I think I have an Indonesian promo. That's a variant of that, but yeah, you can't go wrong with getting with Pikachu. Again, a lot of kids now are gonna be like us. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna get out of it, come back, and these type of cards are gonna be the ones that are gonna probably pull them back because they're gonna be like, oh, that reminds me of my childhood. Gen 9, Paldea, that was, nostalgia for me. So again, not a bad pickup at under $20. There's a lot of solid stuff right here for under $20. Same thing with these. Again, these illustration rares. Again, you can find. I mean, I know some people don't like the stamp promos. I'm hit or miss with them. It just depends on the artwork, but you can't go wrong. I mean, this is technically a box topper. It's from the Journey Together booster box, the enhanced booster box. So, I mean, take a look. I mean, obviously, when it first came out pre-release, people were paying almost $70 for these, but I mean, it's gone on a little bit of a roller coaster, hitting 45 back in October. But I mean, I would make a solid play into this. This isn't bad. Same thing with the Bulbasaur Mega Evolution stamp. This is Mega Evolution base. Bulbasaur again, Kanto Gen 1. Same kind of price, same kind of line here, going down, 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 plateauing a little bit, but it might spike up. I'm just trying to figure out, what's going to happen springtime when it gets warm. Again, obviously, a lot of people go on vacation, do other things, go outside. Didn't happen last year. I mean, that's when I started going to shows, and shows I was going to were crowded. Even locals, kind of mid-tier ones, they were all pretty crowded. So who knows what this year and 30th anniversary might do? Because, yeah, cards like these, they might get picked up, they might get bought out. Some other illustration rares I really like. Again, it's the artwork. It's not necessarily the Pokemon. Again, I have my favorite Pokemon. I like Wailord because I was a big fan of the Magikarp and Wailord tag team from Sun and Moon team up. I'm still pissed at myself because I sold mine for $250 back in the day. Now it's $1,000 card. Again, take your profits, but I wish I would have kept it because that was around, I think, like what, 2019ish, when I was kind of in and out. I was deciding if I wanted to stay into Pokemon cards or not, and I was buying a lot of Hidden Fates. I'm on a sidetrack now, but I was buying a lot of Hidden Fates from Target, and I sold some. I kept some. I actually still have two tins, the Charizard and Gyarados tins. I think they're like the second print ones with the cardboard in it. But yeah, I still have my Japanese copy. I have two Chinese copies, but yeah, Wailord. Again, you just have to take in the art. It's underwater. You get to see the actual size proportion of how it looks because the games don't really do it justice. So, you see this little ship at the top, and it's just a cool artwork. Cool artwork. Again, it's under 15, and I would definitely, pick this up if you can't afford, 15. A lot of these cards, and I'm going to keep going, but a lot of these cards, kind of like the Team Rocket Meowth as well, they're also in Japanese. You can pick them up for, over 50%, over half off, quarter of the price, a third of the price, and they're just as great as artwork, just as great as artwork, and I also like, you know, the sheen kind of on some of the illustration rares and special illustration rares that just Japanese printing and the quality is. And I just can't explain it. You know, if you like Japanese cards, you know why. So, but Team Rocket's Meowth, again, Giovanni, I kind of like the, I wouldn't call it like chibi, but I guess it's more like a cartoony version. Again, Meowth, Kanto. If you know the anime, good solid card. And same thing with like the Alolan Doug trio. Again, I kind of like that same kind of like, it's like a cartoony kind of, I guess it's just like the line and like the colors that really pop and stick out to me. Again, this is by Tata. So Tata also does like the Executor, the Patrit, the Pincer. So, and they all kind of have this cloud in the background. Even some of the half arts have the cloud in the background. So it's a really cool kind of like, I don't know if it is an Easter egg, but if you know, think this artist is pretty cool, I would load up on maybe some of those cards. Definitely, again, these are also available in Japanese as well for like $2, $3. So again, if you can't stomach the five, six, seven, $8 price, get these for $1, $2, $3, and you know, hang on to one, sell three, hang on to three, sell 10. These are really great cards, and I think I think again, eventually, maybe it won't be, you know, 5 generations from now. Maybe it might take 10 generations from now, but I think people will really appreciate these art styles. So again, back to Meowth. We're in the Phantasmal Flamestormer Mega Evolution. We have, and when I saw this promo come out in Japanese and I saw it like almost $200, I almost cried because I was like, I thought it was going to be an exclusive, but it ended up coming to an English set. And again, this is the Route 5. This is Cerulean City here. I believe that's is that the bike shop? That's the bike shop. So again, in this grass, in this wild area, you know, you can find a Meowth, and what do you know? Meowth is here, just perched on a tree. But this is a really nice callback to Kanto. Again, I think they're gonna milk Kanto this year because 30th anniversary. They've already trickle fed the, you know, fire red, leaf green. They're probably gonna do that with Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire, and who knows, they might give us the DS games. I don't know. They might give us Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or they might give us, I don't know. Who knows what they'll do? But they're definitely gonna trickle feed us, you know, merch and obviously the cards and the games and everything else. So I think this is also a solid Meowth. Again, I put 2 Meowths in here, but hey, can't beat this artwork. Flygon. Now, Flygon, I don't have an affinity towards Flygon. I know a lot of people, Flygon is one of their favorite Pokemon. Hashtag, it does deserve a mega. I don't know why Pokemon Company, Game Freak, all y'all developers need to get on it and give Flygon a mega. But again, look at this artwork here. I know Phantasmal Flames, there was a lot of, you know, it got printed a lot. I mean, a lot of people were able to rip this, but I mean, again, let's just look at the 6 month, 3 month. I mean, it's gone down to under $4. You can't beat this. I mean, even if you're not a Flygon, you know, stan, or you know, it's not your favorite. I mean, you could appreciate the artwork kind of in like a desert. You know, here's an Oasis here. We got a Lotad, we got a Vibrava, Trapinch. Again, a nice little mix of, you know, different Pokemon. Got you know, a couple different generations here. Got different, you know, evolutions. So I think this is also a solid pickup, and you can get this card in Japanese for for like a buck or two. So again, it's one of these cards where it's just like, hey, fill it up with a whole binder page, 2 binder pages at this point. So back to the Team Rocket. I know it's ended here, it just came out, but you can't beat Team Rocket. I mean, Team Rocket is. I feel like I feel like they're not like probably the best evil team. They're definitely the most recognizable, obviously. But I think definitely Team Plasma probably takes that crown. That's my opinion. Team Rocket's probably a close second. I did like what they did in Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. It's been a long time, but when they did the Team Rocket Rainbow, they brought all the leaders back into kind of one giant mega kind of super team, super evil team. And yeah, I mean, we got Doug Trio here. I kind of like the split here where it's showing them. Obviously, they're probably like, oh, Doug Trio's digging us a tunnel, you know, to go steal some Pokemon. So I like I guess like contrast. Again, I'm not very artsy creative, so, but it has the cityscape in the background. Again, I kind of like the split, so you're kind of getting two scenes. You're getting, Doug Trio digging, doing its thing, Team Rocket kind of waiting in the background, and I do like these. Again, I wish they would put, the actual leader's name, like, or even Grunt. I mean, I like having either Rocket's Grunt or, the leader like Proton or Ariana or Giovanni. I wish they would have gave, especially Destined Rivals, a little more better treatment. But you can't go wrong, again, having a leader, partner Pokemon in the background. This is, again, a solid artwork. Mimikyu is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon. So, yeah, definitely check out this card as well. I mean, I wouldn't pick it up now, definitely because the Senate Heroes just came out. If you want to get an alternative, definitely go Japanese. That card is super cheap as well. I think it's like $5 or $6. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely wait 3 months, 6 months, even a year. Again, when everyone's focus is elsewhere, you could definitely pick this up probably for about half the price. And I got a couple, I think I have 30 cards. I'll count it out in post because I'm not really going to edit this. I'm not really much of an editor, but we got two honorable mentions. Obviously, Kangaskhan here. This is from Destined Rivals. But again, just another one of these solid artworks. You're in the element. I like the sun kind of over the mountain, the clouds. You have the Quagsire here interacting with the baby Kangaskhan. And again, you can't go wrong with these Pokemon that are interacting in their, kind of natural element. It's almost like catching a portrait, catching them, kind of candid, doing their own thing. So under $10. If you check out the 6 month here, peaked up about 13, middle of October. And yeah, it's been plateauing a little bit. 6.7, 6.7, insert meme here. But yeah, also a solid honorable mention. And of course, we got Piplup here. Can't go wrong with the starters. Everyone loves their starters. And Piplup, it's in a frozen, I guess, tundra, ice, glacier. It's in its element. So you got the flowers here, which is pretty, cute. Has it kind of, next to it. Maybe it's keeping warm. Maybe it's trying to get out of the ice, or maybe it's in its element. It's a penguin at the end of the day. So we have it at 11 here. Again, pre-release 25. So again, it's one of those cards where it's, probably going to plateau a couple more dollars, and it's probably just going to hover probably around this price until, maybe something triggers it, some sort of buyout, some sort of maybe Gen 4 or maybe other kind of something to get people, maybe like, oh, Piplup, or, oh, that's my favorite kind of thing. So, yeah, that's it for me. I mean, I like to kind of just show off what I'm thinking about picking up. Again, here's my TCG collector. Again, not affiliated, not sponsored, but yeah, I mean, this is where I track my cards, and as you can see, I have a lot of these cards. I mean, if I click back a couple, see, I mean, again, I'm a big Japanese collector as well. So again, I have that Mimikyu and that Dugtrio here. That Dugtrio is $1.86 in Japanese. I mean, if you keep scrolling here, I mean, the Dugong, also, I could have thrown that in there with the Piplup. I have 5 copies of that Flygon, and I'm going to probably keep getting more. I mean, it's $1.85. You can't go wrong with these. Again, definitely, if you're not opposed to Japanese, I mean, that might be a good tool to just hang on to and have, because, again, you can flip it into something else that you actually want. If you, prefer English, you can get some Japanese to hold, hang on to, because it's not, it's not like English where, the quality's bad and, a lot more people rip that, at least stateside or in the West. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with like some of the tag teams. I mean, over time, a couple generations from now, they're probably going to go up just naturally. As long as the hobby is still strong, there's people in it, people are ripping. Pokemon's the number one IP. So as long as there's people in the hobby, it's just going to naturally keep doing this thing. So anyways, I think we're going to end it here. I thank you guys for watching. I mean, we're at 30 minutes almost. I'm probably just going to upload this, kind of completely raw, kind of unfiltered. If you like more style videos like these, again, I just wanted to try it out because I know a lot of YouTubers and other creators that I watch do these type of videos, more longer form. Let me down below in the comments, leave a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe for more. I got some stuff on the way. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Later.